is that there were 60-some, sounds like, people that were Mexican nationals that were contracted to work up there in some blueberry farm in Linden. Apparently yesterday they kind of did like a protest, refused to work or something, so they fired them. And the company contracted with these ladies, this bus company, to give them a ride down here. I'm assuming here is like so they can get on the Greyhound and get where they need to go.
Right.
There's like 26 on this bus here, and apparently this lady, maybe in the green, is some kind of like community person, and she's telling them not to get off because she feels that since the company got them up here, and then since they're going to fire them, that they should get them somewhere, transport them somewhere else other than just here, and then say you're
on your own. Right.
So I don't know how much of these people are really into it themselves, as much as like her kind of pushing the issue. But that's where we're at. So these people are refusing to get off this lady's bus, and she's kind of the one, the activist, I guess maybe you'd say, that's rallying them up to not.
Right. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So it's, in a way, it's kind of to me it seems like a county issue that's now turned into ours.
Yeah.
We go back and forth all day long.
Yeah. Huh. I wonder what the best solution is here.
Well, we started this morning at 6 a.m. taking them from Gloria's to get whoever on the bus till certain time to get their checks cashed. Yeah, we no, the one in Everson. So this is what we do usually Saturday mornings is we take them to get their checks cashed. And then when we came back, we were unaware of this situation until after we got back and had a big meeting, and then we were like in the common area.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. So what else going on?
I don't know. They're kicking these people out from where they live. These people are people that their contract, they bring them from Mexico. They were in California. From California, they brought them here. They've been working in Sumas. Everything that cost all this coming and going and all this stuff, it was because one of the guys got really sick. He asked to go to the hospital. He said he wanted to go to Mexico because I guess he was taking some medication and he ended up finishing his medication. He wanted to go to Mexico, and the guy told him, no, if you leave to Mexico, you're not coming back because you're breaking the contract. So he decided, okay. He said, but I'm sick. I need medication. I need to go to the hospital. I need something. Well, he wouldn't take him. He lasted like that 3 days, 2 to 3 days. Ended up that this guy got really sick. He took him to the hospital. They flew him to Seattle. He has brain damage now because they took too long for him to go to the hospital. That's what they told us, these guys. They got all worried, they got all mad. They started talking there at the camp, and they said it's not right what's going on and all this bunch of stuff, you know. They get all blabbed from here there. Well, I guess the guy ended up kicking them out of the property today, just right now. They brought him here. These guys don't have nowhere to go. These girls, the lady, we told them about the checks, and the other lady told me, no, they already cashed the checks. And this other lady said, the one in black said, no, they didn't cash the checks because we're not allowed to stop where they're going to cash their checks. How do they expect these people to get a ticket and go to Mexico? See, they didn't take showers. They haven't eaten. They haven't done nothing because they threw them in the bus and they brought them here. There's 700 people in that property. And they're treating them, I'm sorry to say it, but they're treating them worse than dogs. It's like they were telling me right now. They treat us worse than dogs. He goes, the dogs here, I see them, they even have them in the vehicles and all this stuff. They just kick us out to the street. There's, from Sumas, I don't know if you know where they're at, but from Sumas, it's pretty far away from where they're at to a store. You could see people walking in a straight line with all their bags. There's friends of mine that went over there right now, and they told them, because the people that I'm talking to right now, they're from the radio station, they're from the news, they're from all that stuff in Mount Vernon, and they're the ones that they're coming on their way over here. Some of them already went over there to Sumas to see what's going on. Why? How can they just throw people out on the streets? Come on, I mean, they're legal here.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I understand you. I understand you. But it's something that really hurts me. I mean, they use them. It's like I use you now and I throw you when I don't need you. They use them while they're doing the picking up all their fruit.
I totally hear you.
And now that they don't need them, they're kicking them out to the streets.
I hear you and got nothing against what you're saying.
And it hurts me. It hurts me.
Well,
I mean,
sure.
I was born here. I don't care.
It
But
hurts.
me, I'm Mexican. I don't care.
Well,
They're just using these people like.
It hurts anyone that has to have this happen. So what we're at is we're just figuring out what's the best thing for everyone, because.
And the people that I just talked to right now, they know their rights too, and they work with these organizations and all kinds of stuff.
I get it.
And I volunteer with them, and it's like, yeah, they already kicked them out of the property. They're still on the property because this is their property. So if they get off the bus, they lose all their rights, definitely.
No, they don't. It doesn't change anything. So, and here's why it doesn't change anything. Because everything that they have. Period. Right? Every right that they have, they will. Nothing will take that away. If that makes sense. Every right you have as a person, as a human being, you always have, no matter what. What you have is choices. Do I enforce my will, or have my will, or have someone else's will enforced upon you? All that kind of stuff. Those are different choices. So every right that these guys are going to have, they're going to have no matter what. So if they get off the bus, if they stay on the bus, what staying on the bus does is it helps draw attention. I mean, because, that'll help. Protests out at the farm, that'll help draw attention. Those things are just attention. Doesn't change anything. Well, no, actually, attention sometimes changes things, because when people are aware of a problem, sometimes it gets solved. So those kind of things, that can help. Where we're at is our job's only law.
I know, I understand you.
Civil rights and all those kind of things, we're out here to protect, make sure everyone's civil rights are protected, make sure everyone's, the law's protected, all that kind of stuff. So that's our only job. As far as the political parts of it, the who's in the right, who's in the wrong, that's the court's job to decide that. We can't decide that. We only pass information on. So, and I can't tell you how to protest properly or how to bring attention to a problem, because that's not my job, and I get in trouble if I do try and do that. So, because I have to keep personal opinions completely out of it. So, where I can absolutely 100% believe every person has to have their civil rights protected. That we can completely 100% agree on. How to get about it? Personally, and from a legal standpoint, I never like the law broken to protest. There's so many good ways to protest. We protect protesters. We get assigned to protect protesters all the time. Hey, they're doing a march, they're doing this, and we protect to make sure people can do it.
Estoy hablando con el policía, espérame, ahí quédate.
Gracias.
Estoy aquí en la estación de bus, pero estoy hablando con el policía. Ok. ¿Qué está pasando allá? ¿Y qué hacemos con estos muchachos? Aquí está el bus. Aquí está el bus en la estación de buses. Pero aquí están los policías. Hay 3 policías aquí que mandaron traer. Ahorita voy a hablar con la señora. Okay. What can we do? Espérame, Fabi.
And that is a great question. So, he might have he's been working on trying to find some way to help you guys.
Well, I have the name of the manager that runs, basically it's a company that runs 27 farms. So I have the phone number for him. I haven't called him yet, but I can. What I was told is that these ladies, their contract is just run the workers to and from stores, to and from places to get checks. The first 4 hours of their day was spent running them to and from a place where they can cash their checks. Not everybody chose to cash their checks. Some chose not to cash their checks. Why they made that decision, I don't know. But they were 4 hours of their day was spent doing that. The incident that caused them to be terminated, whatever that incident was, that's on the business, right? The business is allowed to terminate somebody from what they're saying is insubordinate. Okay?
And what?
Insubordinate, because they basically went on strike. So that happens, right? That's how businesses work. Okay? So it's not like they were just terminated for doing poor work. There was something that occurred that these gentlemen and the workers decided that they were going to stand up for themselves, and the business said, nope, we're gonna move on from that. Okay? So their instructions were to bring him here, put them on the Greyhound, and then from there they can figure out transportation. They weren't bringing them down here and just dropping them off. There were instructions for them, and they signed. And what I was told is they signed documents saying that they understood what had occurred out on the farm. I haven't seen any of that.
Yeah, I understand
and
you, sir.
Again, these ladies, they're doing what they're told too.
Okay. First of all, I don't really know how to read that good. They just gave me some documents right now. They told me that's what they signed. And according to them, they said that they signed a paper saying that they were going to send their check that was left here to Mexico. That's what they signed. These people are such, I don't know, that they make you sign something else that it's not even that. And not all of them signed it. Because there's some of them that told me that they didn't sign anything.
Normal business practices are that too, is if you're terminated, your last check comes in the mail. They don't pay you on the spot. So that's normal business practices too.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, so that's what these gentlemen
But they
were
said
told.
that's what they signed, a paper saying that well, yeah, because they had already kicked them out.
Okay.
So that's what they signed, a paper saying that they were going to send their last check to
So
Mexico.
not knowing the farm or how they run business, that sounds like normal business practices to me.
So were they supposed to pay for the Greyhound buses?
Their first 4 hours of the day was driving them to and from
¿Quiénes son los que traen
Laborious
cheques
to cash
aquí?
their checks. So then they had
Okay.
money to get their
Que
own
dicen las
check.
señoras que ellas tuvieron
Some
4
chose
horas para
not
llevarlos
to
a
do that
cambiar
for
el
some
cheque
reason.
y ustedes
There
no
were
lo
60
quisieron
people
cambiar.
that were terminated. They only have 27 that were on this bus. This bus came down empty just to make sure that there were 2 drivers here for some reason. And then the other 33 that were terminated left
¿Quién fue el que
with
estuvo en
friends or
huelga
left on
ayer?
foot or something like that.
Por eso los corrieron.
One thing I suggested is maybe calling the manager and just saying, hey,
Okay.
because it's Saturday, not knowing the bus, not everybody having cash, can they temporarily go back, live in the housing on the farm until, say,
¿Qué
Monday
quiere decir
morning,
eso? ¿Que nadie
and
sabe
then
qué quiere decir
give
eso?
them the opportunity to cash checks and go from there.
Sí, yo sé, yo hablé con ellos en la mañana. Y no le dan...
Yeah, why not? Do you want to call?
Yeah, they signed paperwork.
So what do you guys
Well,
think I should do, or they should do, or what? Because
that's tough.
they
That's
don't want
hard.
to get off the bus because they don't have nowhere to go.
Well-
And they said about the checks, they just gave them the checks. These people didn't have a chance to go check because they just gave them right now.
Yeah.
And
Well-
they told them that they needed to leave.
I would say one of a couple things. So one option is we could ask those people to just take you to where you can cash the checks. Where you don't have to cash them. That's one thing we can do. Say, hey, can you just go take them to where they can cash their checks? So that way they get to choose what they want to do.
That's
Stay.
why one of the ladies told the other one, and the other one said, no,
Well, I
we
know,
can't.
but that's what the options I'm suggesting that we try and work with. So, number one is try and have them go take everyone to where they can cash the checks, and then these guys choose what they want to do, whether they want to go back and protest, whether they want to, leave. They get to choose.
No, what they want to do is they want to go back to the camp and protest. They want to go back to the camp because there's other people over there waiting for them.
Right, and then that's
And if they don't have a right to come back
And
over
that's-
here,
and
well,
that's
we'll
total-
find how to bring them over here.
and that's totally okay. They can go protest. I mean, that's part of the U.S. is you get to protest. So we could say, hey, can you
¿Qué
take
es lo
them?
que quieren hacer?
I highly doubt with that in mind that they're going to transport them up there back to the place to
Not to the.
protest.
I'm talking to go get their checks
Local
cashed.
areas.
So they can go get their that. We're gonna ask. Right now, we're asking the company if they can take them back and let them stay there until they decide what to do. I doubt the company's gonna agree just because of this. Because once they've started to be defiant to the company, I doubt the company's going to take them back. We're going to ask, but I don't think that's going to work because they've already been defiant. And
Well, I believe there's somebody that has to hear them what they have to say.
well, absolutely, and I mean,
Because they had their reason of what they did. I mean, I understand probably it's none of your guys' business, as you could tell me it's none of my business, right? I understand you.
well,
But the
it's
reason
their
that they
business.
did this is because of the guy that I told you that he's over there. The only thing they started saying, why did you guys did this to him? You know, he has 3 kids. Come on.
Yeah.
What would happen, you know, and I wouldn't like that situation to be in
And we're
in
not
my
even
place.
we're not arguing anything
And
like that.
and that's the reason they started saying that they weren't going to work that day, because they don't even have them a permit to work.
Yeah.
They brought them from California when the permit was expired. They brought them here. They were going to give them their permits that day that they got here, and they never gave them anything.
Yeah. Well, like I say, I
And they
mean,
said, if you don't give us a permit to work,
I-
we're not going to work.
I get all that, and all that is valid things. So I don't know what organization you work with, but I know there's because I don't know who all has enough money to pay for a lawyer, but I know we have some free lawyer that work in town, and they work on things like this. They work on housing issues, all those kind of things. I know if this was me, because I always try and give advice how I give a family. So if I was in your guys' shoes, what I would do is I'd go talk to these legal counselors and find out what
Yeah.
can we do. So that's what I would do.
Well, there's people already talking to them over there.
Okay. Well,
And they were coming over here, but they decided to go over there because they're kicking more people out.
right. So
I mean-
what I'm saying is this. So here, there's a chance people could get arrested. Okay, and that does no one any good, because once they get in custody, then
It's worse.
it's worse, and they're going to get rides to other places against their will. So if they want to stay and be able to protest effectively and let their story be told and heard, they're going to have to be here, and they can't be shipped off anywhere through the jail system, because usually what the jail system does is takes people to where their home is, kind of thing. So we're at that point where we're trying to figure out, how do we help you guys?
Exactly.
How do we help them, because we have to help both? How do we give a best solution for everyone? And my personal opinion is you guys should go seek legal counsel. Get all these guys, go down and talk to the free counseling services that we have downtown. Let me see. Do you have your... have
Well,
my work
I
phone.
understand that, but how are we supposed to take all these people back? I mean, I have a Nissan Quest. I got my van. How am I going to put all these people in my van?
Well, that's why I say go to talk to the legal services, because those are just right downtown. And let me see if I can see if they're working today. I think it's Evergreen Legal.
¿Qué pasó? No, pues están hablando aquí que yo no sé, el otro policía está hablando con Javier, que le dieron el número de Javier. Está hablando con Javier a ver qué es lo que se va a hacer.
Northwest Justice Project.
Espérame. Ah, no, lo iba a poner en altavoz, pero aquí están ellos y no sé si entienden. Ok, so entonces vamos a que se bajen todos aquí, nos vamos a ir
Woody
para, vamos
comes
a
on
buscar
at
cómo llevarnos o qué.
1620, Cransler at 1620, Lyons at 1620.
Yeah, they are staffed with people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Ma'am?
Should we see if anybody wants to get off on their own right now?
Not yet, no. I mean, you can ask.
I don't know.
No? Well, the thing is that I have a van. I can't put all these people in my van, and I can't leave them here thrown in the street. They haven't even cashed their checks.
But
And
they had
these
an
checks-
opportunity.
Yes,
They did.
that's what they just told me right now.
Yeah.
The
We
officer.
drove for 4 hours, taking them back and forth.
But these other checks that they have, Javier gave them to them before they came over here when they told them that they were gonna get kicked out.
So where do
that-
they
I don't
normally,
know.
where do you
We're
normally
just-
take them to cash?
Look, Gloria's.
Everson.
Okay.
Can you guys drive them over there?
If you drove them to La Gloria's, well, who do
We have to
oh,
give
oh,
Javier's.
here,
We have
let
to
me-
give Javier's
Javier.
permission.
Okay.
We can't make that decision.
Well, then we need to talk to Javier.
I
Well,
believe your other officer is.
The officer is talking
So-
to him right now. There's nothing I can't make that decision.
Well, you absolutely can make decisions on your own. It's just whether you choose to or not is kind of your thing.
I
So,
was instructed to come drop them off, and that was it.
right, and it's causing
that's-
lots of issues, and so
And that's
we're
my job. That's
to
my
cause
job.
issues or to. So
Yeah, that's not fair because we have our jobs that we have to protect. too.
okay, I totally get that, but when things change, we have to figure out what's going to be the best. What's going to get you guys out of it quickest without causing you guys problems. And so that's what we're.
It's not a problem for me. It's a problem for these people on the bus that are being told to not get off the bus.
Right, but it's not going to be a problem for them. Is my point? Is because what's going to happen to them? Your bus is going to sit here, and you guys are going to sit here, and that to me is more of a problem for you guys. I know you might think I'm being jerky to you. I'm not trying to be jerky to you. What I'm saying is there's a reality of the situation, which
and
is
Officer Landry is taking care of it with Javier right now. So I don't know what the.
So-
We'll let Javier deal with
so.
it.
So what I'm saying is we're not going to kick them off the bus, and that's why I'm saying it's going to be kind of up to you guys some of the extra stuff.
Yeah, and I. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a mess.
I'm just going to park my truck over there
All right.
on the road.
Speak with my surgeon real quick. Talk with him about everything that we discussed, and I may need to call you right back. Would you
I'm not going to worry about
would
that
you
right
like
now,
me to
so
call
just
you on your
whatever
cell
you're
phone
going to be
to
doing.
talk? Yeah, let me give you my email address. It's all lowercase. It's D for Damon, Landry, Landry, at cob.org. How does that ask sign? Yes, sir. Damon Landry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you. So that was, I talked to Bob Hawk, who is the president and the CEO of the farms. These guys decided the group of 60 decided yesterday to go on strike. Each one of them signed an individual contract that said that insubordination, including strikes, can lead to termination. So they were all terminated because they refused to work yesterday. Today they were given the opportunity to go to the stores, cash all their money, and then today what they signed was termination documents with what they basically told us because you refused to work yesterday. You went on strike, so you didn't follow through with what the contract said. And that contract termination document that said they signed today also included their most accurate address for their last paycheck to be mailed to. So it seems like common practice is they said that they would be okay with having their drivers make sure that they went to a cash checking place to make sure that they had the cash to come get lodging or a bus ticket or whatever they need to do. He's emailing me the termination document that they signed.
And what's he willing to do to compromise?
Allow the drivers to drive them to the cash checking places so they can get their money.
That works. Oh, and by the way, they don't like me now, the bus drivers, because I tried to talk them into doing that, and they said no.
There's several vehicles coming already. We need to get these people out of here because we're just going through so much drama, and it's so
Well, I
embarrassing.
have a solution.
Okay.
Possibly.
Tell me.
Possible solution. I've talked to their main boss, who said he would give the drivers permission to drive them back to one of the cash checking places, so at least they can cash their checks.
Great.
Then they can decide whether or not they want to get on the bus to start heading home, or if they want to get some sort of lodging to stay local. The documents they signed today was the acknowledgement that they did not follow the contract that they initially signed, and it has their most accurate address for their last paycheck to be mailed
I
to.
can back up, or you can back up first if you want me.
So it's for the check and that because they didn't follow the contract that they
Because
have.
they did not follow the contract they initially signed with their work.
Muchachos, el papel que firmaron supuestamente dice el
Unless they all
Señor de los cielos
which I don't know if these ladies are
que
going to do.
Well, their boss is
era
telling
que
them
ella
to
se
do
les
it.
iba a
So.
entregar su último cheque para que se los mandaran para la dirección que dejaron y que firmaron el papel donde decía que ustedes fueron los que quebraron el contrato de trabajo. Que porque ustedes manden.
Un contrato que ellos no saben ni una gota de inglés, desarrollaron todo en inglés, el papel de ahorita y el contrato también.
Okay, it would be. Oh, he left.
So it's okay. So
They were saying, yeah, okay, we understand
so
that.
they can
Pero es
either-
que a los policías no les puedo decir eso porque ellos dicen que ellos no saben nada de lo que está pasando ahí. Que ellos no tienen nada confirmado. Entonces, eso lo puede pelear uno con un abogado.
Okay.
Que ese contrato que ese papel que firmaron ustedes era también de un contrato que ustedes quebraron.
Ma'am.
Que si
So is that a possibility? Is everybody in agreement if that is a possibility for them to get transported
To
get
go
their
back to
paychecks,
Everson?
wherever it is
To
that
La
they
Gloria?
cash their checks? Are they willing to do that?
Ok, muchachos, nos sale mejor para que no venga la gente hasta acá por ustedes. Dicen que las voceras habló con el Señor de los cielos y él dijo que lo puede llevar a ustedes a cambiar sus cheques. De ahí ustedes tienen la decisión de subirse al bus para que los traigan aquí a aventarlos o quedarse allí y buscar su destino. Que su destino va a ser al campamento. Es donde los puede llevar uno. Ahí se les va a juntar lo que se pueda juntar, casas de acampar, lo que se pueda juntar, ahí se quedan en lo que luchan por lo que quieran luchar. ¿Qué dicen ustedes? ¿Se regresan a la tienda? ¿Nos sale más cerquitas para llevarlos y traerlos, para venir llevándolos a todos? ¿O qué es lo que pueden hacer? ¿Qué es lo que quieren hacer? ¿Qué hacemos, Fabi?
Que nos traigan a la gloria de Everton y de ahí les damos las tomas que se vengan para acá y de ahí nos
Sí,
traigan para
que
acá.
los lleven a la tienda de Everson y ahí bajan todo y de ahí ya nos queda más cerquitas a nosotros para llevárnoslos rápido. Ok, ok, Fabi.
Ahorita estamos como poner las tomas que ya salgan de la estación de bus y
Instead of
van a
driving all
la gloria de
27 of them around.
Ok,
whoever's
ahorita viene el
cashed their
policía.
checks, have them get
we
on.
can
Everton.
ask.
Ellos más cerquita, pero también ellos pueden ayudarte.
And helping, right? Or
We
working.
just canceled
We're-
it because you said that they were
okay,
going to
okay.
take it to Everson.
Okay, that's fine. How many have already cashed their checks? Has everybody not cashed their check, or how many?
They all have, they just gave them their checks. They all have their
Okay,
checks.
so nobody went and cashed their checks
No.
this morning. So all
Of this
20,
group.
everybody in this group has not.
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll take them up. They won't take them back to the camp, but they'll take them to there.
To Everson and La Gloria.
And then after they cash their check, they'll either take them back here or they can
That's what I
stay in
explained to them.
Everson. Okay.
That's
And
what
they're
I
all
explained to them.
good with that.
Yes, they are.
¿Está bien?
Que si está bien que los lleven para Everson a La Gloria.
Bueno. Bueno.
Okay,
Gracias.
thank you.
From cashing the checks, if they want you to bring them back to the Greyhound terminal. I did ask about staying on site temporarily. And they're like, no, we can just drive them back to the cash.
Trying to get out. Okay. And do we, and from there, we're gonna have to figure out what they want. But, because if we bring them down here, we're gonna go through this again.
No, because now they have their money.
And
The
they're
big issue that
Because they don't
the
have
big
their
issue
cash.
that she's kind of citing is that they don't have the cash to do so.
Correct.
well, and the other thing is they've. What she told them was, if you want to come back to the Greyhound, then you get on the buses and go back. If you don't want to go back to the Greyhound, don't come back. So that way you won't have to worry about it because the only ones that will get on.
Right.
So the only ones that will get on are ones that want to come
And
here.
at some point, maybe they'll be able to call somebody that comes in them.
And she's working on that too.
Yeah, so, because like I said, the only one that we take them to is that's set up for these guys is the one in Everson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's not a problem, but I just don't.
See, but the
I
big
just
thing
don't-
is it solves your standoff.
Well, yeah, it's like she just jumped on the bus and started doing it. I'm like, I didn't know that.
I can almost guarantee it's going to get more from here.
Yeah.
And so solving each individual problem as quickly as possible is going to be what saves you the big problems.
Right.
And because I've done this a long time, and each compromise you can make to solve a little problem goes a long ways to solving the actual big problem that's going to happen.
Right.
So, and that's what we're
That's why
trying to do.
Javier. That's why we're talking to Javier.
So,
Because they have everything, their legal standing.
yeah.
Otherwise, we bring the
The,
rest of them
the
back.
big thing is the more of the small stuff you sweat on these things, the bigger problems you have in the long run.
And
I'm not saying you guys.
I'm not. Because we're just like, well, we'll just do it, but I'm not gonna do anything without approval of my boss because they have a legal standing too, and I don't want to put them in a position where
If they choose to
it
go a different
screws
way, they
something
can't.
up
Yeah.
somehow.
No, and so in theory, the ones that get back on the bus will be the ones that want to come here. So,
Okay.
so you shouldn't have any further problems.
Okay. We'll see how.
Yeah.
Good.
I know she's talking to Javier right now. They're trying to figure out what exactly is going on. I don't know. She's just going to have to welcome check.
De que se queden en su propiedad, campando. Entonces tenemos que estirar la voz para que nos den cobijas, la gente que nos donen cobijas, que nos donen, porque esta gente viene de México y aquí la noche está frío. Entonces necesitamos correr la voz para que nos donen cobijas, comida.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay, bus drivers, just be nice to bus drivers. They're just trying to do their job.
Ok, los voceros ya se tienen que ir, señora. Ahorita siéntense, por favor. Ahorita les voy a tomar fotos de aquí donde están en el box para mandársela.
And I just told her to tell them to be nice to the bus drivers. You're just doing your job. So,
Oh, and all the way in they were just fine.
well, I know. It's just but once you get riled,
Right.
just want to make sure for you guys.
Muchas gracias y espero su llamada.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
So-
sorry. They're just going to go to Everson and do that. And
Yeah,
then
and
I
then
don't know if they're just going to cash their way somewhere else or we'll let you know. I'm going to be heading over there with them.
Yeah, they
I
can
just need
catch
to
their
put
chicks.
gas because I don't have gas in my car.
Yeah, so basically, here's the rundown of it. We're taking Old Gloria's. They are going to cash their checks. At that point, if they want to take the Greyhound, they can get back on my bus and I'll bring them back down here.
Yeah.
If not, they have to find their own way to wherever they're going.
I explained
Okay.
to them that.
Okay?
Officer.
But I just want to make sure that That's
That's the game plan.
that's the
Everyone
game
we
plan.
just
Everybody's
told.
on the same
Yes, it
page.
is. And they said they
And we're good.
understood. I explained to them in Spanish, and they said they understood everything.
Okay.
So, right now I'm just gonna head to get gas.
Well, it's going to take us a while to get out
And
there again.
yes,
So,
I'll catch up.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
so
work
thank
on
you very
making sure
much.
you're
We're
passed to get out of
sorry.
here. So.
we're going to have to actually back up,
Okay.
and then we're going to have to do a WPA turn there.
Okay.
Because that's too
That's too narrow.
Narrow, even if you
Yeah.
cut real wide.
No, we can make it. No, I think
Is there somebody?
this corner's good. How narrow's the other one?
If I had to back up, that's fine too.
Oh yeah, I think we could throw it.
Do that? Okay.
We gotta get the load out of the way.
Hi. Good. We've got a couple buses we want to get through here. Thank you. If someone comes to try to give you a fine for not washing it enough, just send them to us.
Like, dude, the cops told me, man.
All right, thanks. Yep.